Hi everyone and welcome to a brand new studio vlog where I am getting ready for StationeryFest. It starts in 2 days time. If you don't know, StationeryFest is a big stationery, planner and journal event that happens in the north of the UK each year, and this is going to be my 3rd year attending. Usually it's in Manchester, this year it's in Wigan, and it's become a 2-day event this year. So it starts on the Friday afternoon, so we'll be setting off Friday morning to set up. It starts Friday afternoon, all day Saturday, and then pack up and come home. You will have seen me already wrestling with this new grid setup. I know a lot of people use these for art markets, artist alley, conventions, all kind of events. I've never used them before, so it's been my first time wrestling with them and I'm absolutely exhausted. I couldn't figure out which way the clips went and I ended up having to bash them off with the hammer so many times, but we've got somewhere. So I've currently got a row all the way across the bottom. I got 2 packs of the grid wall. I got grid pieces, but I also got plastic pieces. So these are 2 different sets, but the connectors on both work with both because they're designed to be a cube and the same size cube. You can just mix and match. So basically I created myself a bit at the bottom that you can't see through that's got all these cubbies in the back, which is good because normally we have to put everything under the table and we're constantly up and down rummaging for things underneath. But it'll mean that we can keep some stock and packing materials and stuff like that on that bit behind, but it's still out the way and it doesn't look messy. So I'm happy about that, and it's also created a little shelf. Let me bring you closer. So I've got like my table level and then it goes up and then it goes back. So I've got these things on here that I think I'm going to use for display, and it means that it's all very uniform, whereas normally I have all kinds of different displays and things and it's all a bit higgledy-piggledy. Part of me is feeling like this is more boring because currently it's a lot of white, but I am going to add lots of things to it. But it is really uniform and clean and clear. And then what I did this afternoon, because I have been busy with this all day, is I had these clear shelves which probably aren't even showing up. They're actually for like vinyl records, and I got a few packs off Amazon and I use these for trade shows normally. And I have tried this before. I had these attached to a pegboard last year, but it was really wobbly pegboard. I've actually cable tied them to the grid and they are solid. So what I'm thinking of doing is maybe putting some patterned cardstock behind these to make the stickers just really pop, but I'm really happy with that. And it means I've got a really nice sticker display. I did have these at the very back originally, but I decided to bring them to the front here. Obviously I've lost my shelf there, but people always really like the individual stickers at this event, and I've released 20 new ones. Well, I will be at the event, and people really like mixing and matching because I do a deal where it's 3 for £4. So it means that people can touch them and pick the ones they want. So I've brought those right forward. We've got so much still to do. My bags have arrived. I ordered like a mixed pack of coloured gingham bags to do mystery bags with, so we've got to do that tomorrow. But I've just got them in this cute little basket I think I'm going to use, was like my Easter basket. I've got this tray that I got a while ago that I think I'm going to put these are going to be £5 mystery pins. I started making these in the last vlog and I've got to do the rest of those. Just another 39 to go. This board here I use for my washies at trade shows. So what I do is I stick my washi on there and so that people can see a sample, and then I put a few next to it that you can buy. And I've also got an offer on washi. I think it's 3 for £7.50. Then I've just finished pressing my bookish pouches. How cute are they? I absolutely love these. They're one of my favourite items and I feel like I don't share about them enough. They don't get enough love because these were really popular. The last time I did a planner event was last September, and I took these to the event, but I had them only in a bundle. So they came with a journal, a candle, like all kinds of things in here, a mug, a bookmark, like lots of little bits in like a book lovers bundle. And so many people at the event said, can you just buy the pouch? And I hadn't planned for that, so I have sold them online on their own since, but they've never been to an event with me just as a solo item. So I'm going to stuff one and have it like up on the shelf in a prominent place, because I think that's really a cute pouch for all your planner supplies and your bits and your bobs. Then, if I show you here, I've got my 2 wooden display stands that I made for my last trade show. These perfectly fit all my pins and pocket hearts, and it's nice and compact. I don't know if I'm going to put them at the top or bottom, so we'll see. And then in this corner, I've added another like grid corner. This little hook bar, let me show you it. It's like a little 5-hook rail with little hooks. Actually came with the grid. I didn't know it was coming with the grid. So I'm going to take it with my key rings on, I think, because that's a super easy display done. And I'm going to figure out what else we're putting up here. But I like having the grid at the back, means that you can like lean things against it, you can hook things on it. I've got loads of things that I still need to figure out how I'm going to display. I've only really sorted the stickers. So what I did was text my mum and say, help please, it's too overwhelming. And she's coming round at 5 and we're going to have a power hour because we've got so much left to do. It's actually quite scary. And I've got to do my photo arch that I'm building to go on the end, which has some of my characters on, and if you take a photo there and tag us on Instagram, you get entered into a prize draw to win £25 shop credit. And then if you make a purchase, you get a sticker that's exclusive to this event. Let me show you it. What did I do with it? So it's this one with Lottie and Bluebell in the maze, and Bluebell is stood on Lottie's back, and it says we can achieve more together than we can alone, and it's in an arch shape like the photo arch. So that'll be exclusive while stocks last at StationeryFest as a freebie. And then also my lemon habit tracker stickers have arrived, and they're so cute. So you like colour in the segments for each day. They are numbered. I've had loads of things arriving today, a lot of which I haven't even got round to opening. We've got journaling kits to put together. There's all sorts going on. It's going to be a full production line tomorrow, but at least I got started with this. It's getting there. And most of the stuff is here. I have had some bad news today in that the daily focus notepad that I designed in the last vlog is not going to arrive in time, and I'm really annoyed. I paid for quicker shipping so that they would arrive. They were supposed to arrive yesterday, so 3 days before we were setting off. Plenty of time. However, I got an email this morning saying, due to a problem with our equipment, it's going to be delayed. We don't know when it's going to be dispatched. Here's a voucher for your next order, which obviously isn't very helpful. And I've wasted time today contacting numerous manufacturers to see if they would do a super quick turnaround order for me. But no, they can't. It's too late to get them by tomorrow now. So I'm frustrated about that because I was absolutely in love with them. And I mean, they'll still be great when they come, and I'll still sell them online and at my next event, but I was really looking forward to having those with me. I was really proud of them. But I am going to have my habit trackers because I ordered them from somewhere else. So it looks like that's going to be the only product that I hope to bring with me that isn't coming, which, considering how late in the day I designed everything, is an absolute miracle. By the way, this t-shirt I'm wearing today is from Fizz and Flourish, and I think it's gorgeous, so I just want to give it a mention. She hasn't asked me to, but Meg, I think it's gorgeous, and it says ideas in the making, and it's got all these little pencil shavings on, so while you can see it, that's where it's from. Anyway, I need to stop waffling, so what I am going to do is make my mystery pins, I think, and get that job done. So let's go. Hi everyone, so I wanted to pick up the camera and update you because it is now Thursday afternoon and I've been working so hard today and last night and this morning, yeah, at all hours, but a lot of things have come together. We've also discovered some problems. We've come to do the daily reminders journaling kit that I showed in last week's video, and my mum was like bundling up all the different items, and then she said, hold on, isn't there something missing from this? And we looked through and there's no sticker sheets, and we've torn this place apart looking for these sticker sheets. The sticker order came yesterday and I opened it when I got out all the individual stickers and they are just nowhere to be found. So I've contacted the company and said, I'm in a real bind here because if I can't release my journaling kits and the notepads, they're like my 2 big new products. Yeah, I'm really disappointed. They might be able to get it out for tomorrow, but it'll be on a pre-10:30 delivery and we need to leave here by 9. So there's no guarantee they're going to come before 9. So I've contacted the organiser of the event to see if the venue would let me have them delivered there, because it'll still be set-up time, the event won't be open. But if not, I'm not going to be able to take these, so I'm really stressed and disappointed. But I'm just trying to focus on what's going well. So let me show you what I have changed and what I've put together. Okay, so here's how things are looking so far. I swapped around some of these grids and all the stickers have fallen off, so I need to figure out where they go. I just added some white ones on the top, and I've got a Sunshine Lane sign that I'm going to stick up there because we weren't sure where we were putting the actual name of the shop. So basically at this end, it's a bit of a mess on the table, but this is going to be all our sticker shelves like it was yesterday when I've put it back together. And then I utilised my greetings card stand for sticker sheets. I'm just going to put a sign in this top pocket, and that works really well. Then I've just got 6 mug designs I'm taking with me. I'm not taking loads. Ones that are newer, ones that match journaling kits that I'm taking. One matches the new journaling kit, and let's not talk about that right now. Then also this morning, I have made all these coasters. It's been a proper production line in here. So there's loads of different designs for people to flick through, and I'm not going to put as many in the display. I'm going to put spares underneath. Then here, I've got my wooden displays for pins and pocket hearts. So they'll run down like one into the other. I made a new topper so that the topper didn't obscure the one behind. So that's that sorted. Then we're going to have sticky notes. This is where my washi display will go. Journaling kits will go on here. Then on this little shelf, mystery bags will go here. Well, I'll show you those in a minute. And these are the mystery seconds pins. Then we've got the mystery sticker packs. And there's a little rail. It'd be easier to see if there wasn't so much behind it. And it's got the key rings on. That came with the grid, so I just hooked that on there. On this end, I'm going to have all my notepads and journal, some lying down and some standing up, so the back of this kind of works like a stand. And last night, I built up another layer here, so I've got like a double cubby here, which we've got the pouch and the journal in, the reading ones. And then up at the top, I'm going to have the bullet journal and the bullet journal gift sets, which I'll also show you in a second. So I think it's coming together really nicely. Obviously I've got mess and stuff where I need to finish putting it together, but once it's all tidied up, I think it's going to look really lovely. And obviously we'll have a lot more space to organise things behind without having to bend down and scrabble under the table all the time. So I think that's going to be good. So we've worked on these this morning. I got these gift boxes with the clear lids, and I want to do some different gift sets over time. But I really wanted to do a bullet journal gift set, and I think this is really lovely to buy as a starter kit for yourself, but also to actually give as a present for somebody. So it's got one of our bullet journals in, and then the matching items with it. So we've got a gold pen, the gold foiled washi, and the gold mirror sticker. And then it's just got a little sticker down here that says what's inside, and just some crinklies to fill the space. So I think they look really lovely as a gift, and yeah, I would like to explore doing a few more over time, but we're going to take these and have these as a special offer at the event. And if there's any left, maybe we'll bring them to the website. Let me know if it's something you'd be interested in. And then the other thing is the mystery bags. Just put it up there a minute. So I said last week I got some little gingham bags, and they're all different colours. We've got yellow, green, purple, red and orange. And in the mystery bags, we've decided to do a £10 mystery bag, and it's got an enamel pin, a washi tape, a sticker sheet and 2 individual stickers. And I've designed some really cute packaging for them. I've just finished. So I designed this morning. Tent card. Is that what they're called? Yeah. I've been trying to remember all day. So I designed it flat like this. So like it's upside down, if that makes any sense. So on the front it says mystery bag, and it's got the price, the value of the items and what's inside. And then on the back it's got my socials and the Sunshine Lane logo and stuff. And I haven't done this yet, but my idea is, oh, they look so cute, to pop them over the tops. There's still some bits of gingham showing. I don't know whether to put it up a little bit, or I don't know, but then staple there, and then it's a really cute little mystery bag. And I think displayed on that top shelf they're going to look really cute. I've just tried to think more this year about the packaging and presentation of stuff, and yeah, how I'm presenting my products to people, because I think that's all part of the experience at in-person events versus buying online. And so seeing a cute mystery bag like this, I'd be more inclined to pick it up than if it was just like, I think in the past sometimes we've done them in like brown paper bags and different things, and I would be more inclined to pick this up because it just looks super cute. So now I've got a load of signage to make, pricing, signage about the different offers. So I'm going to sit down and do that, and I'll show you how the mock-up ends up. So I'm close to getting everything ready, and this is the really nervous, exciting part, as well as just stressed, because I'm getting all my new products ready that I can, and I'm pulling it all together as best I can. But something that's always on my mind is that potentially hundreds of new people are going to walk past my stall. I think there's 1,500 tickets sold for the event on the Saturday, and people will be browsing, maybe picking up a flyer, chatting about Sunshine Lane, what I do, maybe buying some products. And something I always think about is I don't want that to be a kind of one and done. How can I keep hold of those people and actually turn that into a connection that I can keep nurturing over time? And that is where the sponsor of this next segment, OmniSend, is here to help. So I always create a flyer that goes in orders for purchases, and I'm going to use some for the event too. And it has something cute on the first side, and on the second side it has all my details, as well as a QR code to sign up for my email list. And what I want to do for this one is I want that QR code to take you to a sign up form that collects people's details who I've specifically met at StationeryFest who want to sign up, and keeps them in their own little segment. And that way I can send a personalised follow-up after the event. So to do this, I create a new sign-up form that says something like, "It was lovely to meet you at StationeryFest." It asks for the usual sign-up details that I collect, an email and first name. And then what I do is I assign a tag to this segment of people. So I'm going to call it SF 2025, StationeryFest 2025. And then I create a segment for that selection of my audience. So anyone who signs up using that specific form will be put into a segment within my email subscribers from StationeryFest, and I'll be able to go back and know where they are. Then I create a simple automated email, like a welcome email, saying how lovely it was to meet them at StationeryFest, giving them a little discount code off their next order, and reminding them and giving them a bit more information about my shop. This ensures that every casual chat or flyer grab or purchase turns into a continued conversation after the event. And I can follow up with them in lots of different ways. But the best part is that having that automated email ready to send out means that when I am thoroughly exhausted after the event, this is all happening automatically while I've got time to rest, recover and unpack, without the pressure of feeling like I have to jump straight back into marketing. So there's no more manually collecting email addresses and having to manually input and follow up on each individual email. Everyone gets an automatic personalised follow-up, and it keeps Sunshine Lane in their minds after the event with that little 10% discount. Knowing that I've got that system in place with OmniSend means that I can be a lot more present at StationeryFest, to be able to chat with customers and have that personal connection and really enjoy the day, connecting with people who love the same things that I do, without worrying of the extra pile of work following up when I get back from the event, because I know it's all taken care of. So if you're a small business owner attending markets or events or launching new products and you're looking for easier ways to nurture your audience, then I highly recommend you check out OmniSend, because it really ensures that all the hard work you put into showing up at an event pays off for longer after the fact. You can get started with OmniSend's free plan. It remains free until you reach up to 250 subscribers on your email list, which is a massive help for people wanting to get started. So follow the link in the description and go and give it a try for yourself. And if you already happen to have more than 250 email subscribers, there's also a 30% discount code you can claim in the description below. So follow that link in the description. You will not be disappointed. Check it out for yourself, and we will get back to getting ready to go to StationeryFest. So here's how the final mock-up ended up. It didn't have all of the prices and signage and stuff up, but I'd made it and knew where it was going. And so we just filled in those gaps with other products. This is how the mystery bags turned out up on the shelf. And here are the seconds mystery pins. We've got space for journaling kits, gaps for additional stationery, and then our journals and gift sets. And then unfortunately there wasn't room in the car to pack the grids actually made up, so I had to take them completely apart, pack everything up by the door, ready to go in the morning. So here's everything ready to go, and then in the morning, loaded up to the rafters in the car, ready to get on the road. When we got there, it was very hectic trying to get everything together and get the stand built up. Obviously, it took a long time to do the grids in the studio, and I thought it would be quicker than it ended up being, having already done it once, but it still took about an hour to build all of that. So I didn't film setup because there was just so much going on and we were really tight for time. But this is how it all ended up, and I love how it came together. It just made a difference adding in all the little bits of extra signage and decor and pricing. I'd put more decorative pricing on my stand with little flowers and characters, and then we had a secondhand card spinner that I found on Facebook Marketplace with all my cards in, and I love how that all came together. The fantastic news was that I managed to sort out both my missing notepads and my missing sticker sheets, so I arranged with the organisers that I could get them delivered to the venue by 10:30 on the Friday. So by the time we arrived, they were waiting on our table for us. The venue had kindly put them there for us, and we were able to put out the new notepads as well as pop the sticker sheets in the journaling kits and be able to sell the new journaling kits too. So I was over the moon with that. And this is how our photo arch turned out, with all the various little elements and characters and things, and Lottie underneath. And it was lovely to see people having their photo taken there. So there were different stalls at the event both days, and I tried to get round as many stall holders as possible. I probably didn't even manage to get round half of the stalls that were there. There was just so much to see, and obviously I needed to make sure that I was manning my own stall. So I did what I could to get round and soak up as much of the creativity, and also do a little bit of shopping for myself, which I will share with you later what I bought. These are some of the stalls that I managed to see. I will pop the names up on the screen as well as leaving a list in the description below. So I hope you enjoy being inspired by all this amazing creativity and seeing what some of the other stall holders had to offer, because the variety of things there and just the level of talent and creativity was amazing to see. Hi everyone, I'm back from StationeryFest and pretty exhausted. Got back Saturday night and yesterday was a mostly just lying down day. I had to go to the shop, I was quite annoyed by that. But other than that, I tried my best to just rest, although I might have sorted out some video footage. But other than that, I tried to just rest. I've got the perfect t-shirt on for the day. It says everything hurts and I feel like death. I will link where I got it from below. It's from another small business that sells lots of chronic illness related goodies. I didn't get it at StationeryFest, I got it before, but I wanted to have a little chat to you about how the event went and then show you my purchases, because I might have gone a little bit mad buying from other businesses. So it went really well. I was really pleased with how it all came together. I definitely underestimated how long it would take us to set up. I was saying, oh yeah, I'm going to be set up and then I'm going to go and get changed and have a coffee and chill before it starts. And that totally didn't happen. And because we were like the first ones in by the door, people were queuing for it to open inside the door, and so they could kind of see us scrabbling, trying to get the last few bits tidied up and ready to go, which wasn't my favourite thing. I would have liked to have looked a bit more calm, cool and collected than I did, and felt a bit less hot, but it was fine. It all came together and then it was fab. It was really good doing the 2 days. The Friday, I think there were about 500 tickets sold, somebody told me, and then the Saturday 1,500. I don't know if that's how many turned up on the day, but if you've got a ticket, you're obviously more likely to turn up. And so it was still very busy, even though it was moved to Wigan, not Manchester, which was a worry. I wasn't sure whether it'd be as busy, but it did feel busy and active, and there was the same nice buzz about the place that there's been in previous years, which is lovely. And that's the thing I love about it the most, is the chance to connect with people, like chat with people I've met before, reconnect with customers that have shopped with me online and they tell me and I say, oh, what's your name? And I recognise the name and have a bit of a chat, or people that I've seen at past events and I don't necessarily then see in between, other small business owners, and then making connections with new people. And it's lovely to be in a space where everybody's just as excited by the same things as you and they just get it. That in itself is what makes it such a lovely atmosphere, and just that there's people of all ages and all coming together to just celebrate the same joys that they find in things. So that was really lovely. I met some lovely small business owners. I tried to get around both days to have a chat to both people I knew and to chat to new people I'd not met before. I do find the social side of it really draining on top of everything else. Being autistic, going around and striking up conversations with people is not my natural state of being, and it really takes it out of me. But I really love doing it, and I think I feel more confident to do it because I know that we're going to be interested in the same things, otherwise you wouldn't be there. So that was really nice, and it meant that I got to meet some lovely people that I'd not met before. I also got to meet some people that I've watched their vlogs or seen them on Instagram, and maybe I've messaged, but we've not actually met in person. So that was lovely. And then see people that I just love to connect with at events that I've known for a few years now, because we tend to do the same types of events. So yeah, that was really fab. In terms of other small business owners, I think I'm going to show you now what I purchased, and then I will come back at the end and tell you more specifics about how the event went for me. So let's go and look at the goodies. So I've come back with quite a few bags of goodies, and I barely managed to get round not even half of the stalls. So yeah, this is what I bought in no particular order, just the order that I'm pulling them out the bags. So actually this was the very first stall I went to, called Piper Santos, and the first thing that I saw was actually this die cut bookmark. Now, I don't need more bookmarks in my life, but I just like that it was die cut. So I got this gorgeous strawberry bookmark, and if I don't end up using extra bookmarks as bookmarks, I always end up just putting them on the wall as like extra mini prints. So got a bookmark. And I got this gorgeous print with the flowers and the birds and just the beautiful kind of girl in nature, and I really loved it. So I want to put that up in my office somewhere, I think, if it doesn't go in the house. Not sure, haven't decided what room, but I think it's really beautiful and I couldn't leave it there. And so those were my two purchases from that shop. Then I got this really cute book from Stationery Supplies, and it's like a little how-to drawing book that I thought is a nice size that I can keep it with some pencils by my chair in the living room, and after my little girl's gone to bed, maybe I can just do a few pages on a night time. And so it's kawaii, your stepped cute Japanese drawing, and it breaks everything down into like little step-by-step pieces. So it's got people in the front, different emotions. It's got, look, I didn't know it had a sumo wrestler in there. It's got animals, it's got nature, food. Love drawing food. Oh, I like that with the buildings. That's super cute. And then ideas for colouring and stuff. It's got different sites and attractions. And then it's got techniques for like fading, gradients, textures, all kinds of things. So even though I usually draw digitally, I thought it'd be nice to have something different to do, and just something that's not going to take too long, that you can pick it up, do a bit, and then put it to the side and carry on another day. So I got that. I thought it was really nice. Then, what's in here? This is from my stall neighbours on the Friday, Paper N Studios. It's got this cute little thank you flyer in there, which, to be fair, might also end up on the wall somewhere. And then I bought this for my kitchen. I thought it was really, really cute. And we're hopefully having our kitchen redone this year, but I'm going to put it up before then, hopefully. And yeah, I thought it was really pretty. So another art print. I realised early on that I was buying a lot of art prints and I had to put myself on a ban. So I went to Pink and Peach and I got a greetings card from Pink and Peach. And my husband won't watch this. I don't know what occasion I'm giving him this for, but it made me laugh. It says, "You're a winner, you won the jackpot with me, you lucky thing." So I'm going to give him that for whatever the next occasion is. Probably our wedding anniversary is next. So yeah, that he'll be getting that. He won't watch. Then I saw Curiosity Freeze there, who I followed on Instagram for years, and we've messaged on occasion, and I was so excited to meet them in person, and I got something for my little girl. So they've got lots of naturey things, lots of mindfulness stationery, grounding stuff, all to do with the senses, and lots of nature-based stuff. And they had these little bags that say magic inside, with all different things you might find in nature, and it says pocket treasure. Pop this bag in your pocket for collecting sea glass, cool rocks, conkers and anything else you find. Keep your treasures safe and your pocket clean. And I love going on walks with my dog and our little girl, and I thought that'd be quite cute, because she loves putting things in a bag, to give her this and to encourage her to stop and notice things on the walk, which we do anyway, but for her to have like her little treasures, and we bring them home and then maybe we make something with them, or I don't know. I thought it was really sweet, so I got that. And then I'm pretty sure, I will check, that this came in the bag with it, but everything's got a bit jumbled. It says stay grounded, and it's just really pretty badger sticker. And then also a colouring sheet which says a moment in nature, what can you see, feel, hear, and what sparked your curiosity. So I thought that was really cute, so that was in the bag as well. Then this was from Silly Cat Studio, who was opposite me on the Friday. I actually really love this as well. I really like it when people's thank you flyers have got like art on one side, and I got this really cute mini zine about self-acceptance and healing your inner child, and I read it on the stall and I thought it was adorable. I'll show you. I've never thought about doing anything like this, and I thought it was really cute and fun and whimsical and just like really nice wholesome vibes. So it says, no matter what, I'll dress how I want and I'll enjoy my silly little hobbies and cry when things get too overwhelming. But that's okay, because it all passes eventually like clouds in the sky. I dream about carefree, mundane moments and forget about fears living inside of me. Finding joy in little things is healing my soul. My house is made of trinkets and warm, fuzzy feelings. All I wish for is to heal my inner child, and I just thought it was super cute, and I'm going to put it up on my shelf in my office. So there we go. And then I could have bought everything from this stall. I'm probably going to butcher the name. I think it's Dodo Lulu. Even the bags are super cute. Oh, it says dancing on paper. They had the cutest washi and sticker packs and all kinds of things, and I found it really hard to pick what I was going to buy, and I just loved the illustration style. It's so different to what I would do, and I just found it so fun. So I got 2 washi tapes. This one is called In Search Of, and I will link everything in the description below, but they had everything as either a washi tape or a pet tape, like the clear plastic ones. I went for the washi tape, and it looks like this. So it is very kind of spring naturey inspired, I love all the little people. I love this one upside down with the plaits. I think it's adorable. And then just like noticing things in nature, but everything's, I don't know, quite whimsical and imaginative. And I just really loved everything. I think that's the repeat probably. So that's that one. There's a little dog there. It looks like it's doing a number 2. This one's called The Sound of Spring and it is beautiful. Have I got it upside down? Yes. So again, very, I don't know, delicate, playful, like the person on the swing, and then almost like little flower fairies in a way, carrying the flower, sitting on the flowers. We've got mushrooms, and then yeah, I think that's the repeat there where I started. It's just like a massive piece of art, but in washi tape form, so I loved that. They had all the samples out on cardstock that you could flip through, and I found it really, really hard to pick. And then they had all these little Matchbox sticker packs, which again were adorable. And I had to get this one. It's called Beyond Imagination. And it almost gave me like Roald Dahl vibes in a way. Well, probably more like Quentin Blake then, I guess. But I could imagine them being like characters in one of his stories. But there's like someone on a swing. We've got a sort of dreaming. I think this maybe reminds me a bit of how I imagined Sophie in the BFG. And then like in a massive storybook. I love this one here with the big pen. Then we've got a ladder, this massive, massive jumper, flying on a bird. What is this one doing? I'm guessing this is in the leaves. Could be interpreting that wrong. I do really like this one in the envelope as well. Then we've got like a scroll one, but then there's antlers on top of like a gramophone. Is that the word I'm looking for? Like a little angel. Riding an aeroplane. I just love the style of all the illustrations, and yeah, stars, sleeping in the stars, almost like entering a storybook. So I really, really loved those. Oh, my little girl will love that one. It's like a little bunny. And then dancing in the flowers. So that's all of those. I thought they were gorgeous. I could have bought everything they had, to be honest. Thought it was absolutely beautiful. And just the packaging just tops it off. Thought it was really pretty. This was from my lovely stall neighbour on the Saturday, Flutter and Fern. They had these cute mini cards which I thought were really, really pretty. No idea who I'm sending this to yet or why, but I had to leave with it. And I used to be stocked in Flutter and Fern. I've met Joanne in person before, but kind of in passing short chats, and it was nice to be stall neighbours together on the Saturday. And yeah, it was lovely. So I came away with this from Flutter and Fern. Then I went and had a look at all the spinner necklaces that Liz Harry has, because I've looked at them on social media numerous times. I love a fidget, and it was between 2 or 3. There was like a happy face, sad face, one with different colour flower on each side, and then this one, which I thought my little girl would actually love, but obviously I would wear it, but I thought that it would make her smile, so I went with this one. It's got a kind of grumpy caterpillar on this side that looks like it's wearing cowboy boots, and then on this side we have this cute butterfly in a cowboy hat. What's not to love? And I went for, I thought I picked the gold, but apparently I picked the silver. I picked it up off the shelf, so it wasn't anyone else. But yeah, lovely, like a spinner. And then if you bought something from both Liz Harry and Oh Laura, who I also wanted to go to, they'd done a collaboration where you got a free sticker pack, so obviously I did that. So I went to Oh Laura and I got this magnet that really made me laugh that says just a sensitive little sausage, and that'll either be going on the fridge or somewhere in the studio. And then this was the collaboration sticker pack they did. So one is this pencil bow and the other one says there's no such thing as too much stationery, like a quote sticker. So I got those free for purchasing from both. Then I went to see the lovely Lauren at Pintada Designs, and we had a bit of a chat, and I almost bought a pin. I probably will be buying a pin at some point of this little penguin, and I came away with the sticker sheets. Totally not penguin weather yet, but I thought it's good to be prepared. I love a penguin, and I just think this little penguin, I think it's called Blue, yeah, little blue penguin, is really, really cute. And there was a gorgeous pin, so I probably will be getting the pin as well. So I got that from Lauren. She's also got a fab Kickstarter running on a big pencil pouch. I didn't realise how much stuff you could put in it, but that's got a clear pocket at the front that you can put pins in, and it's really, really pretty. And then next to her was the lovely Adele from Deli's Designs. I really love Adele's pins, and I got myself one of her mini pins. I nearly got the set of 4, but I was trying to rein it in a bit. So I got the sunflower, and I think it's really pretty. Wouldn't be surprised if I ended up getting more mini pins, because I don't really have many mini pins, and I've heard people saying that they're good to fill in the gaps between your bigger ones, and I'm totally buying into that marketing ploy. Mini pin, I think it's beautiful. My granddad used to grow sunflowers, so there you go. I've never grown one. I bought the seeds and didn't plant them, so maybe next year. Then I went to Linda at the Grumpy Tortoise, and I got 2 things. Both things I'd seen on her Instagram beforehand. One was the jumbo paperclip. No idea what I'm going to do with this jumbo paperclip. I thought it was so fun that I just needed it. And the second thing was Good Mums Say Bad Words, and I knew I had to have it on something, so I got the sticker because that is very true. And then I have got a little freebie in there, which I love, that says organised-ish. I love that. So I got those from Linda. Then we're coming to the end of the pile. Oh yeah, this was a new business to me that I loved. Sherelle Slaney, although I had seen Sherelle on Instagram beforehand in the run-up to StationeryFest. I am now following her YouTube because it's really fun to find new businesses that are also vloggers as well. And Sherelle had the most fun packaging. You've probably seen earlier in the vlog I showed her stall, and she'd made these little mystery sticker packs in the shape of tomatoes, and they were so cute. And I bought a pack of lemon die cut stickers. Let's open them. So we've got this bitter lemon grumpy, and then we have got, oh that's cute, lemon chilling in the drink. More of a little happy lemon. Oh, I love that. That was hiding in the pack, I couldn't see it. Lemonade. And then we've got 2 mini lemons. So they're really cute stickers. I'm loving all the lemons everywhere at the minute. And then I got a skinny autumn washi because we're almost there. And it was really lovely skinny autumn doodle washi, which I haven't got one of, and I know I would use a lot. So it's called Autumn Days. Then I got another pin. This was also a new business to me from lilbits.com, and they had loads of cute animals, naturey stuff, but also had a lot of things with illustrated mice. And I can't remember the lady's name. Everyone say, I feel really bad now. Said, yeah, I'm the mouse lady. And then I was like, yeah, you do have a lot of mice. And then I saw this gorgeous mouse pin. So it's got the 2 mice characters and a little duckling on a paper origami boat with the telescope, and they're like little explorers. But I also like that it almost looks like little kids on an adventure playing make-believe. I just really love it. So I got that pin as well. And then we're almost at the end. I went to see my lovely friend Katie at Pebb and Reg, who I met at StationeryFest the first year, and I just sort of flagged her down because I loved her dungarees. And then we chatted on Instagram. And then the next year she launched her business at StationeryFest, and I was super proud of her. And then this was her second year as a stall holder. And I got some bits and bobs. I got 2 die cut stickers. I got this one, which is a glitter sticker. It's like a grabber machine with all stationery items in it, which I thought was really cute. And then I got this one, which says Fibro and Fabulous, because I have fibromyalgia, and Katie had brought out lots of chronic illness related goodies, and I had to have this one, Fibro and Fabulous, because that's obviously what I am. And then I bought this little door hanger which says artist at work, and I thought I would put it up in my studio, and it's got all these cute art supplies on there, both sides. So I'm going to put that up in my studio. And then everyone who made a purchase got one of these mini stamp cards. It's like a little mini greetings card. Such a cute size. So I got that as well. Oh, look at this. It's a gorgeous detail on the envelope as well. It's got Pebb and Reg embossed in it. Then this was one of my favourite things at StationeryFest. Firstly, meeting the lovely Fee at Creative Stationery London. She is just a lovely human being, and I'm really glad that I met her. And she was personalising pencils at the event, so you could ask for whatever you wanted, and she was doing it right there and then. And so I asked if I could come around the back and watch her do it, and this is a little sneak peek of her making my Sunshine Lane pencils. So she's getting all the stamps, getting all the letters ready for it to say Sunshine Lane, and then fixing it into, it's some sort of heat press. I don't know what the tool is called that she does the stamping with. I guess it's like a hot foil stamping machine. And then she would cut a piece of foil and place it over the pencil. I picked this gorgeous hot pink colour because it's like my new Sunshine Lane pink colour, but there were lots of different colours to choose from. And then once the machine had heated up, she would pull the lever and press whatever name you wanted into the pencils. She was doing either people's names or business names, and this is how they turned out. It was like magic watching them come to life. Look at that. And I said to her that when I'm packing orders, I always use a pencil, not a pen. I don't know why. It's just my habit that I do. I quite like writing with pencil. And so now I said to Fee, these are going to be my official order packing pencils. Look at that. Sunshine Lane. Beautiful gold foiling. And she also had beautiful gold foiled planners and stationery, and everything is handmade. She did Emily Harvey Arts planners and Coco Natasha's planners that they've released this year. I think Emily's was released just before Christmas probably, and then Coco Natasha launched hers at StationeryFest, and they were all handmade by Fee, and the paper's gorgeous. I had such a long chat to her, and yeah, I was happy to bring a little piece of her stationery home with me, all personalised, and just to be able to see something made live in front of you like that, I always think is really cool. So thank you, Fee. So yeah, all the people I bought from, the stalls that I got footage of, I will put them all in the description below. I highly recommend you check them out. I discovered some amazing new businesses to me that I'd not found before, as well as some of my faves that I've seen in the past and shopped from multiple times. And yeah, just something I love about StationeryFest is the creativity is just off the charts, and it's so interesting to see how different everybody's stuff is. Even if people have a similar type of product, say people selling washi tapes, or say if two people design something with a mouse on it, it can be so different, and it's just people's creative expression coming to life, and I think it's really cool, and it's so great to have a platform to showcase your products in that way. And I think particularly with stationery and paper products and those types of products, it does make a big difference being able to show people your products in person and people being able to shop them in person. Even things like my pins, being able to move them in the light and people just spot all the little details they might not spot online, it can really make the difference over whether people decide to make a purchase or not. So big thank you to StationeryFest for both creating a space where businesses can do that and also allowing Sunshine Lane to go for 3 years running. Well, I was planning Inspire Create in my first year, and then I rebranded Sunshine Lane for my second year, and then this is the third year. So on to how the event went. It went really well. I was really pleased with how it all came together, with how the stall looked, and I feel like this year was maybe the best my stall has looked, the most cohesive. There's always things I would do differently and always things I would improve, but I feel like it's been a step up year on year, which is all you can really ask for. I thought my spot was great. So at this year's event, there were lots of kind of different rooms. So you come in and you were on the avenue, which was like a long corridor, and then round the corner was the street, which was another corridor, and then that filtered into a little room at the bottom, and then off the avenue was the big auditorium. So there were different spots to explore, and as you came in to registration on the avenue, there was registration desks, and then obviously there were people both sides, but I was one of the first two that you would see. So that was great. And I didn't ask for that spot, but I did ask to be somewhere on the avenue or the street. I found it really hard when expressing a preference for where to go because we'd never been to that venue before. And so there was no guarantee people were going to get their preferences, but you could put, if you had a preference or anyone you wanted to be near, you could put it on your application form. And I said the avenue or the street because I felt like people had to walk down them to get to other places. So I just kind of guessed that might be good. But it's kind of one of those, like some people didn't want to stop at the first stall they came to. Quite a lot of people said, I really like what you're selling, but I don't want to spend all my money at the first thing I see. And so from that point of view, I was like, oh no, I don't know if this is going to be a blessing or a curse being right there. But then equally, a few people shopped us on the way in and on the way out, so that was amazing. So I always think there's pros and cons of everywhere you are at the event. That's very easy for me to say, being right there in a visible spot, but I always think there's pros and cons of every space you're gonna get. And obviously I can't speak for anywhere else because I wasn't anywhere else in the venue, but yeah, it worked out well for me, I thought. And it did get quite busy in those corridors, and so sometimes it was a bit hard to see or to get up and down, but it was a really busy event in general. I had 2 tables again, which is what I had last year, and I think it works well having 2 tables and being able to have lots of customers browsing at the same time. I could maybe cram things onto a smaller space, but then maybe only 1 or 2 people can look at a time. And I found before, when I had the 1 table and it was busy, that people were leaving because they couldn't get to the table. Whereas if someone's already seen something that they like at the one end, they'll probably wait to look at the other end. But obviously it does double the cost of doing it, so you've got to weigh that up, because I don't think there was a discount as such for having 2 tables. It was like, a table is this amount, and if you have 2, 3 tables, then it's like double, triple the amount. I was happy with everything that I took stock-wise. I should have probably taken more mugs. I didn't want to take loads because they're not always a great seller, but my new designs sold out really quick, so I only took a couple of each design of mug, and the self-love ones sold out really quick. I think we sold out of the daily reminders as well. I maybe should have taken more of those. They were popular. My journaling kits were super popular. My stickers, having the 3 for £4 offer. The anxiety toolkits did really well, and that made my heart really happy, because with that being a product that my mum did all the content for, then I just felt really proud for her to see them go into new homes, because it's a special project that we worked on together, and it's the first product that she's been involved with the design of, and so it has a really special place. And so yeah, that made me feel really good. And then the other one that I wasn't sure about was my greetings cards. It did make me a bit emotional seeing them all in the spinner, which is probably really silly, but something that other small business owners will probably get. Just seeing them in a card spinner like that was almost like how they might look in a shop. Like, imagine having a full spinner full of your cards, and I don't know, it filled my heart with a bit of joy to see all my cards in there. And we just picked what we thought would be the most popular designs, because we've got, the spinner holds 32 designs, but I think I've got 68 now. So we picked what we thought would be the most popular, and we had a deal on where it was buy 2, get the 3rd free. And people are actually really liking the cards. They weren't the best seller, but I was worried, like, will people want to buy greetings cards? It is a paper product, but is it going to be as popular as some of the other sticker, planner, journaling bits? But they did really well. So yeah, I was happy to see people liking the cards. In terms of sales, this is the best year that I've ever done at StationeryFest. Now, obviously, I did 2 days, but I did better on the Saturday than I've done the previous 2 Saturdays, when I've just done the Saturday in the past when it was only 1 day. And so I feel a bit funny sharing that, because people are going to have different experiences, and I never want to come across like boasting or with any kind of ego, or like, I don't want it to be read wrong, and it feels a bit, it makes me feel a bit icky. But all I can try and do is like think how I've done in the past and try and do that bit better year on year. And something Becky's dad actually, so Becky is the organiser, her dad helps her every year and he's fab. I've never really properly spoken to him until this year, but I love seeing how he's like there in it with her, helping her out. It's just so nice. And he came to ask if I'd had a good time and how it had been, and I was chatting to him, and I told him that like it had been my best Saturday, and he said that something I've probably done is hone my products over those 3 years. And I thought, yeah, that's a really good point, because I'd been thinking like the venue, the positioning of my store, like different things. But how different my products and my presentation of my products is this year compared to my first year is like worlds apart. It's so different. I've had a massive rebrand in that time. I focused a lot more on the presentation of things this year and the experience of it as a whole. And I thought, yeah, I need to give myself a pat on the back as well. He said, it's good, you've been moving forward. It's good not to stay still. And I said, you could say, it's not good to be stationary. Did you get what I did there? And he was just laughing and shaking his head at my pun. So I was quite proud of myself for coming up with a pun when I was so tired. Need to put that on a sticker for next year. So yeah, something I like is businesses seem to be supportive of each other, and I'm just competing with myself. And if I can do a bit better year on year, then I've done my job. And I'm very proud of all the work that we put in beforehand as well as at the event, and just over time, like all the things I've learnt along the way. So yeah, I think it's important to stop and recognise those things. Some standout moments for me were seeing people take photos with my characters. I had the photo arch with Lottie and Bluebell, and I'd put it together with the little elements so that I could then take it apart and reuse those elements in my studio or at future events. I think maybe it would have looked better and more cohesive if I'd have just had one giant thing built, but I also had to think about transporting it in the back of the car and getting long-term use out of it instead of it being a one-off cost. So I was pretty happy with how it turned out. It would have been better if I had more space, but I didn't want to pay for extra space or give up space that I could be selling products on. So all of that combined, I think it turned out okay, and it was lovely seeing people having their photos taken with my characters. I probably wouldn't do it again, just because when mentioning it to quite a lot of people were like, oh, I don't really like having my picture taken, or like, I didn't want to pressure people into it and for people to feel like they had to. Lots and lots of people actually ended up doing little photo opportunity areas, and I spoke to a few other stallholders that had done it that said, yeah, it wasn't hugely popular on theirs either. And so I would maybe go back to doing something like a game or a lucky dip or something a bit more interactive to win a prize or a discount or something like that on the stall like I've done in the past. But you have to try things, and I thought it was really cool putting it together, and I liked how it came out. Another highlight for me was seeing Jude and Esther, who made this gorgeous handmade bracelet. They made them for a few people that they'd met last year at the event. I met them last year StationeryFest, and they bought one of my spinner rings, one of the little fidgets. I've not got those in the shop at the moment, but I'm hoping to get them back. But yeah, they'd made these little personalised bracelets, and it says SL for like Sunshine Lane, and then a little smiley face, and then SF for StationeryFest, and mine's in a lovely sunshine orange. And someone taking the time to do something like that, I was really touched. And it's just so lovely when people take the time out of their day, even just to come. You don't have to give me anything, even just to come and say hi. People came up and said like, oh, I watch your videos and I just want to say I enjoy them, or like, I don't know, your drawings make me smile or something. Like, I've been feeling so burnt out and so rubbish lately, and it really just helped refill my cup and just remind me why I do what I do. And hearing that from people that actually my products have helped them and have given them that bit of a boost, it spurs me on to keep going and creating more, and I've come back feeling quite rejuvenated creatively. Even if I feel physically broken, I feel creatively refueled, and so that was amazing. But anyway, big thank you Jude and Esther. Also meeting some of my YouTube faves that I've not met before, like the Sugar Belle. I was majorly excited. Hello Sarah if you're watching. I loved that a few people asked me, is your mum with you? Because they've seen her in the vlogs and they wanted to meet mum, which it just made me happy. My mum has like jokingly teased me a bit in the past about people kind of recognising me off my vlogs, and now I'm like, well, people are asking after you now, and I got to tease her back a little bit. There was also somebody who came to the stall and and they said that they almost didn't come because they were feeling pretty rubbish today, but that seeing my products and the things that they bought really turned their morning round, like turned their mood around and lifted them up. I can't remember the exact wording now. And they came back later and they'd gone on to have a really good day. Like, things like that are really meaningful, and you don't always realise the impact that your little doodles or your stationery that you make, or, you know, my little creations have on people. And so it's nice. It's really nice. It was great seeing people that I've seen at previous events. There's people that I've come to look out for. Like, Antonia's one of my customers, and I met her at the first or second StationeryFest. Sure, it was the first one. Yeah, it was the first one. And then every year I recognise her with her sister. It's just things like that that I feel like, yeah, I still see you there, and I see you when your orders come in, and just being able to say thank you in person, like, thank you for supporting me, it really means a lot. Seeing my lovely friend Katie from Peb and Reg, Katie's become someone that I can reach out to when the small biz worries and overwhelm are kicking in, and she just gets me. And yeah, that's been really fab, being able to see her in person after lots of support between the events, and also meeting the lovely Fee from Creative Stationery London. We had such a fab chat, and I feel like events like this bring people together that have so much in common but might not otherwise have met, so that's really great. And then seeing people sharing their purchases, being really happy with what they've bought, it just, yeah, it all means a lot. It makes me feel quite emotional, actually. And I just want to say the biggest thank you, because I couldn't do it without all your support. So thank you so much. I'm going to go because I feel like I'm going to cry. But all that to say, a big thank you. There were so many special moments, so I'm really sorry if I've forgotten to mention that I spoke to you, or it's a dangerous game when you start mentioning people, but I appreciated every conversation I had with everybody, and I hope very much that I'm invited back next year, because it's an event I look forward to in my calendar every year. So big thank you to the StationeryFest team and for everyone that made it super special. And now we're on to more busyness in the studio. I can't quite take a break just yet, even though I really need one, because in less than 2 weeks' time, I am having my first pop-up in a big brand store. So if anyone knows Dobby's Garden Centre, they've got them all over the UK, I think. And I have a 4-day pop-up in Dobby's in Atherstone in Warwickshire from the 7th to the 11th of August. So if you live local, I would love to see you, and please come back next week when I will be trying to unpack this chaos and make sense of what on earth I need to get ready for the next thing. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. If you don't follow me already, I have lots of behind the scenes vlogs as well as tips and tricks videos for small business owners. And please comment your favourite thing about StationeryFest if you attended. I would love to know. And until then, take care of yourselves, and I will see you next week. Bye everyone.